Other news on this Monday, it's something rarely seen in Utah for a presidential election, last-minute campaigning. But it's happening tonight. Political specialist Ladd Egan's live in the newsroom. Ladd, what are the final messages from the campaigns?
Well, Dave, they're very different messages. For Trump's campaign, it's all about getting voters to the polls. McMullen's campaign says this is a choice about how Utah wants to be viewed by the world. And for Clinton, her campaign sending surrogates to talk up her qualifications.
We're here because we know Hillary Clinton personally.
Dispatched to Utah by the Hillary Clinton campaign, retired General Wesley Clark warns against Donald Trump's geopolitical experience.
He has no idea what he's talking about in terms of foreign policy. To me, that's the shocking thing in this election.
The four-star general makes the final case for Clinton by reminding Utah voters of her leadership on national security issues.
I've seen her growth, I've seen her commitment, I've seen how she interacts with military and with families and with veterans. She'll be the best president we've had in a long, long time.
We're making contact calls to all of our fellow Republicans, making sure they get out and vote.
Trump supporter and chairman of Utah's Republican Party, James Evans, says their final message is about voter turnout, predicting that Utah conservatives will fall in line and vote for Trump, calling this a change.
We've been on this path of decline in America for quite some time, and it's been represented by President Obama and Secretary Clinton. This change election will change directions and put the American people first, and the only one that can do that is Donald Trump.
Utahns have a historic opportunity to stand on principle.
Evan McMullen running mate Mindy Finn says their campaign's final Utah focus is on protecting the Constitution and creating a new conservative movement. She says the world is watching what Utah does on Election Day.
And there's an opportunity here in Utah to vote for our ticket and send a strong message that don't count America out. We're not going to allow our democracy to corrode. We can be the light onto the nation and onto the world.
We've had 5 Utah presidential polls in just the last week, and when you put those all together, this is the average you get from Real Clear Politics. Trump up by more than 10 points, but pollsters also found that voters are uncertain. That's why the presidential campaigns are making these final pitches to Utah voters. But Dave, the Utah GOP party feeling very good heading in tomorrow, even telling the Trump campaign to use their resources in other states.
Ladd Egan live for us in the newsroom. Ladd, we'll see you coming up at 6:30. Deanie?
All right, the big message is to